My name is Timothy Leary, and I'm a philosopher and a scientist. But I should abbreviate or punctuate that by saying I'm a humanist philosopher, scientist. That is, I think that the human spirit is the key to evolution and knowledge. And the theme of my work and my life is the evolution of intelligence. Now that distinguishes me from those philosophers and scientists who believe, for example, that, humanity can't evolve very quickly. It takes millions of years to change. Or that the golden ages were in the past, in Rome or in Greece, or when some religious leader walked the earth. I believe that human intelligence is evolving very quickly, particularly these days. And I think that everyone in this room, in our lifetimes, can go through as many changes and metamorphoses and mutations as the butterflies go from cocoons to caterpillars to beautiful, colored, high-flying creatures. Obviously, we have to have social organizations. I believe in bridge clubs, I believe in families, I believe in friends, I believe in stock groups, I believe in collectives, I believe in corporations, I believe in corporations. Sure, I endorse all that. I think these groups have to make laws which govern traffic lights and every other aspect of our life. But there's one form, see, you can drop out of all those. You can move from any of these organizations, even family you can. But there's one form of organization which is involuntary, and that's the modern state. Now, every state in the world, America included, is a mafia. Because once you get in it, they won't let you out. Now, I love America. America's the greatest mafia of them all. But still, they say, we own this turf, and, you know, you have to pay extortion fees called taxes. But I give no rights to the state. The state has only the rights that we individuals, moving in groups together, give it. And there's no God-given obligation on our part to blindly accept the laws of the state.
Tim came to Harvard, which I suppose is the most crucial nodal point in any discipline in American academia, and he blew it wide open. He said, we're going to stop lying to people. We're going to stop manipulating people. We're going to make our medium reflect our message. And it was one of the big bombshells that started humanistic psychology. Its importance cannot be overstated.
Today, the most important tool for self-growth and independence of thought is the personal computer. In my lectures, I use history, anecdote, illustrations from pop culture, social satire, and the cleansing power of intelligent laughter to prepare students for the information age. In my lectures and in question and answer periods, I introduce the audience to new programs which convert personal computers into machines for self-development. These programs, called headwear, encourage independent thinking, they expand consciousness, and they produce higher levels of imagination. They are powerful, they are safe, and so far, they're still legal. Space is one of the futures. That's where the energy is, that's where the new frontier is. If we had a program that the kids in the ghetto and the young kids that don't have jobs, say we have an enormous homesteading of space. And I'm not talking about Star Wars, I'm talking about space platforms, which the Russians already have. I'm talking about using the shuttle, which was designed to be a Greyhound bus. If we had an all-out program to double the lifespan, to move out into space, to offer jobs and new techniques, there'd be a sense of hope, and Americans, particularly young Americans, need a frontier.
So you're a hope seller?
Yes, I'm a hope seller, but my hope is scientific hope. It's based upon projections from NASA.
But what do you do about it, Tim?
Well, I go around, I give about 40 college lectures a year. I'm on radio talk shows. I write, I've got 2 books coming out this year, and all my books are based upon scientific facts which give hope to individuals to stand up and control their destinies. History ended in 1945. In 1945, of course, that was the time of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and nothing has been since the same, and politics really has to be shuffled and dead all over again. Most of those men that did combat saw it as a test of manhood, as a rite of passage. They saw it, unfortunately, they got addicted to it. I call this the Legionnaires Disease. The men who went to World War II and came back thinking that the goal of America was to conquer the world and to continually be at war with some enemy. Let's look, for example, at what the World War II generation has done since 1945. They have totally bleeped up. Take, for example, national security. After 36 years, in which they've wasted trillions of dollars of our precious national wealth, after they've killed several million people and wounded millions of people and really destroyed our morale both internally and globally, the military now come and say, the Russians are ahead of us. In other words, we're losing. How about that? In 1946, the most amazing event in our history, perhaps in human history, happened. Totally unpredictably, the birth rate doubled. That means that people born between the years 1946 and 1964, there are 76 million of you. We expected about 36 million. We knew that right after World War II there'd be a little bulge and then we'd go down again, but there are 40 million more of you than we expected. We had to double the diaper factories. We had to double the primary schools. We had to double the colleges. Now we're having to double the jails for you. There's not more crime per capita now. It's simply that there are twice as many of you as we expected. My appeal to you, my logical invitation to you is going to be as follows. Turn on, tune in, and take over.
There are more, that was significant to me than I have in like the last 3 weeks of summer school. I mean, the hours I spent in this classroom listening to these two guys, it's probably been like a very learning experience for me, and I've like something that's added to my knowledge a lot.
It's very important to our lifetime. I mean, these people have affected our past. I mean, the first 17 years of our lives was controlled in part by these people. And so we have to go from here. And anything they can tell us about what just happened or any suggestions they can give us so we can listen to them and weigh them at least is needed.
The thing that
wanted.
Feels good about Leary is that he kind of gives us a lot of credit, It really felt nice that he was saying, go take over or whatever.
Nice.
I like it. I want to take over.
Yeah, have so much confidence in us and are so supportive of us. That's really nice.